Say your name.
My name is Omar Fuentes Hernandez, and I'm in 7th grade.
Awesome.
My name is Althea Figuration. I'm in 7th grade.
Awesome. So go ahead and just answer the questions, I think, as they come to you. So either of you can answer. I think that'd be easiest. So what determines a grade? How do you get a grade in any class?
You take tests.
Yeah, you take tests and you try your hardest to do something, like take the test.
If you were going to look at your grade on a grade book, what kind of categories of grades do you have?
You have the quarter grades and you have the semester grades, and like you would probably focus on the quarter because like the quarter is what you're doing right now and you can't like change the other quarter, and that would be like you have to have like a good grade on that one so then you can improve and get an overall grade, a good grade on the semester one grade.
I agree with him.
Are all your assignments and activities in class the same?
No,
No.
Or they have different categories?
I think they have different categories.
What do you think those categories might be?
Some grades like depend on like if you like PE would depend on like how you're good at physics and like how good are you athletical, and like math or stuff like that. That would like depend on how smart you are.
So like in math class, is homework the same as notes, the same as the test? How do you think those are categorized?
Like formative and summative is for like formative is for homework and notes, and then like summative is for the tests.
I think that you should take like the formative stuff, like the notes and the homework. You should take that like seriously, so then you can practice. Like those are your practice notes and like practice homework. So then you can improve on your have a good grade on your test.
So you guys have answered it as far as math class, but in general, what do you think formative means at school?
Formative means like that you are like you're practicing to get to the summative is wait.
Summative is like your overall grade that like it's like what you did at the end of that unit, and then formative is what you did during it to like see your growth through it.
And if you get like a formative and it's bad, you can improve on it and like see what you get on the summative and see how good you improved on it.
Okay. Just in general, thinking about your core classes, what are some examples of formative things you might do? Any class.
Homework and notes, and then like
the beginning of the
do nows.
Like the beginning of each unit, we get like a pre-test, and like at the end we get the summative test.
Okay, so I'm hearing homework and beginning of the class and do nows. And then what would be summative in any class?
Summative would be like something that you already know, like that you practiced before, because like they're the stuff that you like units that you have done with the homework or with the notes or with like the practice tests in the beginning of the year.
So what's a summative thing in science?
In science,
the
like
end of the unit test.
Yeah.
What about in social studies?
Like the quizzes we do once we've gone over things.
Yeah, you have to like remember like places like the states and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What would be summative? What would be summative in language arts?
Writings.
Yeah, the writings, like we have like practicing this topic like in writing, and then at the end we just do it. And
okay. If you're doing something summative, how do you know how to get exceeding standard or the best grade you can?
You look at the rubric first.
And like you should know it because you've already had practice before. And like take hints, like read the thing, reread it over again, be careful like reading it, and like checking for mistakes that you've done, rechecking your work like you teach us. Like you have to like we have a way of how like in math we have a way how like to check our work before like we turn it in.
Is that pretty much across all subject areas?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had a low grade in any class, do you feel like you could improve it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How would you do that? What would you do?
I first I would practice at home a lot and ask the teacher for some ways I can practice it. Like in math, we have to do lots of stuff before we can retake a test. So that gives us practice to do it.
Yeah. And then for language arts, you just have to revise your essays and writings again, and then usually you just come out with a better grade once you revised it more.
Do you have any more questions for them? Thanks, guys.
Good job.